Welcome back to, wow, it's really late. It's 10:30 and I have work tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, I'm working for Amazon as an Amazon delivery driver because I'm saving up for college to finish my AA in communications. And also I'm not a full-time filmmaker yet, so I'm just making stuff on the side and getting little commissions here and there to invest back into my business. I hope that information was helpful in some way. Just wanted to share. Today is actually going to be really cool because I, for the first time, bought a new lens. Ta-da! New lens. Is that better? Ta-da! I have some notes here, so I'm just gonna pull them up because if I don't, I will get on a rant and I will have a terrible time editing this later. So, here we go. I've never really explained to you guys what the gear I use is currently, so here's a quick rundown. Panasonic G85 shoots 1080 60, 4K 30. I mean, there's other stuff too, but those are the ones I use. The lens that I was using before was a 12 to 60 millimeter lens with an f-point stop of 3.7. That's the lowest it would go. And as you would zoom in, you would slowly lose your bokeh, unfortunately. I'm using two lights here that have just little gels that you can switch in and out from clear to yellow, and two tripods that are standing tripods, two gorilla tripods, one lav mic, one shotgun mic, and my Flycam gimbal. What else do I use? Oh, my color balance card, that helps a lot. Anything else? I think that's it. Yeah. Now, for the first time, I finally bought a new lens. And let me tell you, my camera is a Micro Four Thirds lens, and there's this whole thing on the internet that you can look up yourself, but it's like the equivalence between full frame cameras, Micro Four Thirds cameras, and cropped lens or cropped cameras. And it's super confusing. I didn't get it forever, and then it finally clicked. To save you guys some time, 25 millimeters Micro Four Thirds lens is equivalent. It looks the same-ish as a 50 or 55 millimeter full frame on a full frame camera. So Micro Four Thirds lens on a Micro Four Thirds camera, this is kind of like a full frame 50 on a full frame camera, if that makes sense. Because it's not all the same, obviously. Like if you have a Micro Four Thirds on a full frame, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some bokeh or some super vignette. Or is it the other way around? See, I still haven't gotten it. It's actually really sad. No, I think, okay. When you put a full frame camera, there we go. When you put a full frame lens on a Micro Four Thirds camera, you're gonna have this like weird this happening to your frame. This is a prime. I feel like when I started filming with this, everything started to click. Like I understood a little bit more composition. I could play around more with the focal point, and it just really helps. So I really recommend getting a prime lens. The only downside of this lens, as you can see, this is a super low focal point, which is really cool. I'm using this lens right now, actually, not in here. And as you can see, it's got good face shape. It brings my background closer. It's honestly just a really cool camera. And I'm gonna roll some B-roll for you guys that I shot with my friend the other day in 3, 2, 1. And then we'll talk about the lens again. Go. like about it real quick is everything. Now it's really cool to just practice with a fixed lens. Also having that extra bokeh for detailed shots or for, you know, specialty shots of, you know, couples or whatever. Super unique, and I really enjoy this. Downside, doesn't have in-lens stabilization. My camera has in-camera stabilization, so that is cool, but no in-lens. I feel like if you had in-lens, this would be super expensive. This was actually only $150, so super good deal. Only thing that I didn't like about this lens is that there's a tiny bit of delay in the electronic focusing. It's not a big deal, but it's something to consider. If you guys are not into that, it's something to consider. But like having a glide cam will take it so much further. And making sure that you know how to use that glide cam, or if you're using just a gimbal, that will help make your images a lot better. Millimeters change your image a lot. If you guys don't already know, if this was filmed as a 60 millimeter, first of all, my camera would be really far back, and second of all, my background would look like it's closer to me, which is super weird. It also slims my face down, so it's like slimming, which is good for portraits and stuff. A lot of people like to use longer lenses to get those portraits and close-ups. What I have right now kind of resembles the human eye, so it is pretty dang good at getting the accurate image of what you would used to be seeing. Please, if you guys have not already, subscribe down below. Remember, I love you guys. Always be creative, and hang on, if you guys support my channel and this journey becoming a full-time filmmaker, I spit a little bit, sorry. Go to my GoFundMe and donate however much you want, even if it's $2, it will greatly help me. And if you have $0 to spend, I totally understand. I know that if you don't have the budget for it, don't spend it. You know, I don't want you to go and do something that you would regret later. Please just share that GoFundMe link and this video with other people, and that will help me reach my goal. So with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video, as long as you guys stay and remember to be creative. That's all I have to say. Rid of another, hang on, let me turn my back. This was actually on a 25 millimeters, oh my gosh, I can't speak. Full